like it's two words or one word that I always say. Rejection is redirection.
Mm. Mm.
Yes, sometimes we think that you are rejected, but then God has other plans for you. You have to think deeper and more deeper rather than thinking that, oh no, I'm being rejected and then that's it.
702.
The upside of failure.
Proof that a setback can lead to a step forward.
It's the upside of failure, and all the time on a Friday at around this time, we take the opportunity to speak to some amazing South Africans doing big things, making big moves in their careers and their lives, and they get to talk to us about failure. And today, Anati Kolo is our guest. She's here in studio. Anati, thank you so much for joining us. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and thank you for having me.
A happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yes.
Are you as happy as I am that it's a Friday?
Yes, it is. I'm currently injured, so every day looks like a Friday to me.
I was about to say,
Currently.
what does a Friday look like for a box player?
Set back so that you can relax, reload again because you're going to the weekend.
Yeah.
It's really great.
And I'd
'Cause
imagine your weekends are busy. Fixtures.
sometimes they're busy, sometimes they're not. But then this year they are really busy because even Saturdays are busy.
Hmm. Mm. Well, thank you so much for coming into studio. When I heard that we're going to be having our conversation with you, I thought this is amazing, particularly because of the strides that you're making in your career as a rugby player. But also, we get to profile the life of Springbok women, which is amazing. So, talk us through your life in Queenstown. I mean, you're a young lady from Queenstown, and I understand that where you grew up, rugby was a popular sport. And so, was it the default sport to play for you as a young girl, or were you stepping out of the norm when you decided to get into rugby?
When I have to answer this question, I always get frightened. But then I didn't grow up in Queenstown.
Mm.
I was born in Queenstown. But then from I don't know what age, I went to my mom and my dad moved to East London in Tanzania. So I grew up in Tanzania.
Tanzania.
So yeah, that's where most of players are coming from, especially on the women box. Growing up, I didn't really thought that I would be a rugby player. I was more like a netball player.
Mm.
But then it happened that my friends and my teammates were rugby players. And also, you know how they always say that you might think that you are a soccer player or a netball player or whatsoever. But, sorry, I was still on, sorry. At school, they were playing more rugby. And it was at that time the development was more into rugby rather than other sports, and there was this club called Winter Rose. So they used to have these tournaments where they take young kids and come and play. I forgot the name back then, what they called it. I'm not sure if it was Gijima or something like that, but they used to take clubs in school and play. So that's how I developed rugby and playing professionally, because there I got a call-up from the Border Ladies by Coach Mandisa Williams. She said, you look like a netball player, but then why don't you try rugby? And I was like, okay, let me give it a go. And from then I fell in love with it. And as I grew up, it was really, really nice because I played the unders and under 16 and under 18 of Border and the senior team as well.
And I mean, so when the idea of getting into rugby is presented to you, what's your initial response? Is it, yes, I'm going to do it? Or is it rugby? Me? I always thought I'm the netball type.
Yes, obviously, because I'm this tiny girl. I was tiny. I'm still tiny. So I was like, hey, I'm more of a girly girl rather than a rugby player, because I believed that time that rugby was supposed to be played by more masculine girls and a little bit bigger than me. But a coach was like, no, you'll play backline. Imagine now I'm not even a backline player. So that's how I was like, you know what, let me give it a try. And also my parents were not that strict for them to tell me that no, you can't really do it, or you can't do what you want. So I was like, okay, let me give it a go and see where it's really gonna end up.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what's the response of your family, right?
Yes.
I mean, I can appreciate that your parents were, open-minded and wanted to support you. But you know that Rakhadi, where I'm from, there's always that one Rakhadi who says, "My dear, are you sure you want to do this? Did you get any of that, or has your
No.
entire family been receptive of your
No,
choices?"
it was my mom and my dad and my sisters were like, no, it's fine. You can give it a go. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So of course, this is the entry phase. The very beginning of your career. At what point do you think, okay, maybe I can pursue this professionally? And at what point did you realize that I'm actually good at what I'm doing?
Recent years when I started to join the Bulls daisies, I was with the Bulls from 2019 before it became the Bulls daisies. So when I got a contract 2023, I was like, actually, let me give it a go. And luckily, I was one of the players that also got a contract that year. But previous years, I would play, have hope that maybe one day I would be a professional player or become a Springbok. But 2023 really opened my eyes that actually I am good. I can be a rugby player and a professional one.
And you spoke about those, stereotypes that people carry, that you carried also at some point, right?
Yes.
And how has it been for you, almost breaking those stereotypes? I mean, for people that are not watching on our YouTube, she's here in studio. She's lovely. She's got her lovely hair. She even has nails on.
Yes.
Which is very interesting to see. And when you say you're a Springbok, I'm sure people say, with those nails.
Yes, I get that all the time because they just look at me and be like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I am really sure. You can Google me if ever we're gonna keep on arguing about this.
Yes.
But yeah, I get that a lot with my weight and how I am built. People always doubt that is she a rugby player and you are a girly girl with weaves. And I always tell them that no, the reason I have a wig right now on my nails is because I am currently injured. So that's why I have nails and a wig, because why not?
Yeah.
If you can while you're in a break.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I absolutely love that. We're hanging out with Anati Qolo, and she is, a woman's box. She's also been captain, which is absolutely amazing. Shows that she's not just a book, but she's exceptional at what she does. And she's sharing with us on her journey as a book and as a rugby player, from being a netball player to being a rugby player. She's in studio with us this afternoon. I want to hear from you. Do you have any questions for her in her journey in becoming a book? We're going to be hearing more about her journey because I'd imagine it wasn't linear and easy. There were many hurdles. Of course, this is the upside of failure, right? Show on 702 afternoons. Give us a call if you want to wish her well, if you want to ask her any questions about being a woman bok, if you want to ask her about her journey. The number to dial is 011 883 0702 072 702 1702.
702.
The upside of failure.
Proof that a setback can lead to a step forward.
It's the upside of failure, right, on 702 afternoons. My name is Khomotso Modise, and my guest this afternoon is Anati Qolo. She's a South African international rugby union player for the Springboks women and Bulls daisies. And she's with us in studio this afternoon. She came in here limping. Shame. And she said that she had an injury. You had an injury a few weeks ago?
I still have the injury. So that's why I'm limping. Yes.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for coming, even though you were not feeling 100. Talk to us about your earliest memory of failure, because at least in terms of sport, you seem like you've always been winning.
Yes, in terms of sports, I wouldn't say that. Yes, there's always gonna be failures, but then there's learnings rather than failing or thinking of you are failing. So my learnings or my takeaways from being a rugby player, We're always in the public eye, right? And there will always be comments and negative comments about, we're not going to watch rugby, women's rugby, because they're slow and all that. So we always have to return those things positively rather than negative, and fight for our. Can you please help?
Yes,
out?
yes,
Sorry.
yes, yes, yes.
I
So-
need to also read it so
Yes.
that I remember.
No, but I hear what you mean.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can only imagine being able to take that to, make it positive, and to somehow mentally overcome,
Yes.
what's being said about you.
Yes.
Is that something that you've learned from the time that you were a child when you were dealing with failure?
It's something that I had learned now as I'm a professional rugby player, and also rejections from, if you're gonna play, you're gonna have to have a mindset that, okay, there will be times whereby you're not gonna play. There will be times right now you will have an injury, or there will be times whereby people will be telling you that you can't. So it's learnings.
And I can only imagine what that must be like, being able to, even though you come in contact with so much negativity from time to time, and you're trying to pursue this career path and be the best at this, which I believe you're among the best, there's still that negativity coming your way. In terms of pursuing your career that landed you ultimately in the box, talk to me about the challenges that you experienced there, because I don't believe that your journey was just linear,
Yes.
where you moved from entering, or your introduction into rugby, and then all of a sudden you were at the top.
Yeah.
What did it take?
Getting into the box, it's not easy. Like, it's really not easy, because you get into a professional setup, first of all, and you get into ladies that have been there, have known what they are capable of, and now you have to introduce yourself as this new person that, hello, I'm also here, I want to be a Springbok woman, and also you competing with amongst the best in the country as well. So it's never going to be easy. Like, it was never easy for me. And also, for my first cap, I didn't make the team. But then someone got injured. One of the players got injured. That's how I made my first cap, and they took me. So even before that, I was doubting myself that, oh my God, okay, I'm the only one that didn't make the team, because it was it was players of 33 that time. 34. So they had to cut 2 people. So I was one of the players that got cut. But then before the ladies left to Spain, someone got injured, and then I slotted in. And then what a nice thing. I started that game. Like, I worked hard. I told myself that, you know what, things like this do happen, and it was never going to be easy. It's not even easy to play for the Bulls, because you get to a setup like that where players are professional, and majority of them, they play for the Springbok women. And then club rugby and the level of professionalism is not the same. So you're going to have that mentality that you wake up in the morning and train so hard. Never easy. So it was not really easy.
And how do you deal with those feelings of self-doubt, especially after not being selected?
Right now, how I deal with them, I have close friends amongst the Springbok ladies, whereby we tell ourselves that, even the coaches do tell us that we have to select a certain number of players. So you have to tell yourself that, have that mindset basically, that it's not going to be easy. Some days you're going to play, some days you are not going to play. And also, we have to understand that thing, Uguti. We're playing Japan. I'm just making an example.
Yeah.
We're playing a Japanese team, so we need faster players. We're playing a New Zealand, so we need more masculine players. We're playing Scotland, so we need a team like this. So that mindset, that you have to understand the game as well, that, oh, okay, this time around we're playing a team like this time around you're playing a team like this is how you're going to survive. Are you going to survive? So the coaches know our strength, and also we also know our strength, that I will play Scotland, I will not play All Blacks, but then we work towards that anyways. So even if you tell yourself in mind that, okay, the coaches are saying that they need a team like this, so in my mind I have to work harder for next time that I will be selected in a team like this as well.
And have you found yourself internalizing your failures? So, when something happens and maybe you don't make it for something that you had set out to do, and then you internalize it and feel like it's a reflection on you. Is that something that you've done?
Can you please elaborate more on that question?
So, sometimes people, when failures happen in life,
Yes.
for whatever reason, sometimes it's not even a you problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the circumstance. But sometimes we have the tendency of internalizing it and making and feeling as though, I'm not good enough. It's me. I should have done more. I could have done more. I should be better.
Okay.
Do you find yourself doing that?
Yes, I find myself all the time doing that. I doubt myself, and like majority of the time, but then I'm getting better and better in that. Because when you're not selected, you tend to check what's wrong with me. Oh, I didn't do good enough at training, and you have those setbacks. Oh my God, I should have passed that ball. I should have done this at training, and look at me now. I'm not part of the team. I do get that a lot.
Oh, we're speaking to the lovely Anathi Qolo. She is a Springbok woman, and she's in studio with us this afternoon, talking us through her experience as a woman Bok and just her journey with failure. A young lady who grew up in Mdantsane in the Eastern Cape, and she's got a beautiful story to tell about her journey in rugby. Of course, she's also with the Bulls Daisies, and she's doing amazing things there. Did you ever think that you would be, I mean, you clearly you've come a long way, right?
Yes.
From at some point not being selected. Did you ever think that you would become captain?
No, I was waiting for you to ask that question. No, never.
So talk to me about what's going on in your mind when this captain thing comes up.
When I was selected being captain at the Boks last year for the Africa Cup, I was really shocked, and I was like, when I got to my room, I'm like, no, I don't think I am capable of, like, am I really capable enough to even lead a team? Because I have a lot of self-doubt. Imagine leading the country, like a whole country. I'm still shocked even today.
Oh, believe it.
Unbelief.
I can only imagine. But I think at some point did you realize that this speaks to my capabilities?
Yes. My friends and my family always tell me that I must swallow it in and embrace it and have confidence enough, because if ever I don't have confidence, that means it's me not believing in myself, but then rather than people are believing in me, and then when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, like, I am doubting myself. And in order for me to go far, I have to believe in myself a lot more.
We're speaking to Anathi Qolo, the rugby player, but I can tell you that there's a lot more, and there's another person or an entire human being behind the rugby, and she's going to talk to us about that as well. Failure in other parts of her life and winning in other parts of her life. We have that conversation after the news headlines.
702.
The upside of failure.
Proof that a setback can lead to a step forward.
We've got Anathi Qolo on the upside of failure this afternoon on 702 Afternoons. She's a lovely lady who grew up in Mdantsane, and she's doing amazing things in rugby. She is a Springbok woman. She's also with the Bulls Daisies, and she's in studio with us this afternoon talking to us about her journey in rugby as well as failure. Anathi, I'm interested in hearing how you have been using your lessons that you're learning from rugby. I can imagine rugby is not an easy sport.
Yes.
In fact, I wonder what sport I could call easy, okay? And I shouldn't, because I think, all sports have their difficulties and challenges. But what are the lessons that you are learning from your work as a rugby player, as a professional rugby player, that you are applying in your day-to-day life or when you are dealing with failure? You know, I can imagine you need to be very resilient
Yes.
as a rugby player.
I feel like it's two words or one word that I always say. Rejection is redirection. Yes. Sometimes we think that you are rejected, but then God has other plans for you. You have to think deeper and more deeper rather than thinking that, oh no, I'm being rejected and then that's it.
And it comes, I mean, with just having a bit of faith, right?
Yes, you must have faith.
And believe what you are saying.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go into some of your songs because I know that you have some interesting songs that you've given us.
I know.
Talk to me about Too Late for Mama. Brenda
No, that
Fassie.
song it has a really nice vibe. I really like it. It never
Girl,
gets
do you know what
old.
they're talking about in that song?
What?
The good vibe.
No, but then it's really nice. Like, too late for mama.
Yeah, but she gets there after saying 10 kilometers barefooted in the bush.
But then the sound and the band is really nice. And then Brenda was really,
Yeah.
really great.
Okay. All right.
So I always listen to that song.
It is a good song. So let's take a
Yes.
listen to Brenda Fassie's Too Late for Mama. All right, well, Abella's going to try and get us Too Late for Mama here. It's one of the songs that Anati had chosen. She says that it's she likes the vibe of the song. And yeah, I think many of our listeners will enjoy it. Let's take a listen.
Woman and the baby on a bed.
I hear what you mean. Listen,
Yes.
it's a lovely song. Great vibe, as you say. Yes. How does that song make you feel, Anachi?
Ayiphelelwa. It makes me feel like it's such a great song, man.
Yeah.
Ayiphelelwa.
Yeah.
Makes me happy.
It is timeless. You're right. It's
Yes.
that type of song. Philemon Mahuma says, Afternoon, Komoto and Anachi on 702. What a beautiful conversation. Anachi comes across as joyful, grounded, humble, soft spoken, and a great friend to have. Very best wishes. Are you joyful?
Yes, I am.
Hmm.
You have to be joyful and be grateful.
Yeah, you've got lots to be grateful for. Sure. And what are the principles that you carry with you, Anati, in order to to secure success in what you do? Because you're really good at what you do, and I don't think people
The way
succeed.
you saying you're good at what
No,
you do.
like-
You watch women's rap.
Girl, listen, I try watch. Okay, you see, I mean, I try watch, but I don't think that make someone a captain who's whack at what they do, right?
Yes.
And I think that speaks to what you do,
Yes.
So talk to me about the principles that you carry. Only principled people make it all the way to the very top.
Yeah, I always tell myself, God, I must put God first in whatever that I do, and always believe in myself, because I'm a person, like I said earlier on, that I'm a person that really doesn't, like, I lack that believing in myself, and always tell myself that I'm great.
What's it going to take to make you believe that you are great?
Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we don't see our greatness. All the other people around us see your greatness. And they keep speaking about
Yes.
it, and the decisions that they make point to your greatness. But for some reason, we just don't believe it.
In a national setup, and also in Bulls Days, any national setup, you have to have a mindset that is really strong, firstly. And having a strong mindset is not that easy. So I don't know how to elaborate more, but I'll think about it and then I'll let you know.
Yeah. Oh, we are speaking to Anati. We're taking more of your questions. Let us know your kind words for Anati. Send us your well wishes as well as any comments that you may have. The number to dial is 011 883 0702 072 702 1702. More from her after this.
702.
The upside of failure.
Proof that a setback can lead to a step forward.
Welcome back. It is the Upside of Failure right here on 702 Afternoons. Anachi Qolo is our guest this afternoon. She is with the Springboks Women and Bulls Daisies, and she's doing amazing things there. Talk to me about Ngitwale Pelelani Vox. That's your next song.
Yes, because uThixo undithwele. Yes, and ndifuna ndithwale.
And he has
More
carried
and-
you.
Yes.
I
Big
hear you.
time.
Listen, I like that your songs have meaning.
Yeah.
Yes, Ngitwale means carry me.
Yes.
Oh.
Please carry me, God.
Let's take a listen to that.
Jehovah Ngitwale Simagate Ngitwale Jehovah Ngitwale Simagate Ngitwale ezimpini zomoya ezinkingeni zalo mhlaba kula mafinda oshiwe ngithwale baba ngithwale ngithwale Jehova ngithwale ngithwale simagade ngithwale oh ngithwale Jehova ngithwale ngithwale simagade ngithwale kuyasinda Nkosi yami kumnyama endleleni yami iminyango ivaliwe oh ngithwale baba ngithwale Oh no 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 no. Hey, ngithwale, Jehova ngithwale, ngithwale, simagade ngithwale.
That's Pelelani Fox with Ngitwale. Such a beautiful song. And actually, how much of your career is carried by your faith in God, clearly?
You can't even ask how much.
Mm.
Everything in me is carried by God.
Mm.
Everything. Not even at 10% off, 100%.
Mm. And that's why you've made, you know, such a beautiful choice there of music. And, you know, when you look back at how far you've come, because I think you've come a long way, and you look ahead of you, what are some of those, you know, the hopes that you have when you speak to God? I'd imagine you pray. What are some of the hopes and aspirations that you share with God about what you want to see in your life and in your career?
I'm always direct to God. I always ask Him to show me the path, to light up my path, because it's not easy. Like I said, it will never be easy. We'd wish to always be on the Springbok set up and have more caps and always be there. So it's one of the things that I always pray for. Obviously injuries, but then we play a very tough sport. It's you're bound to have injuries at some point. So those things are really carrying me.
Mm. All right, let's go to your next song. It is Ndawana by Shasha, Calvin, Momo, and Skies. Talk to me about this song, because this is
It's a jam.
yes, it's a jam. I was about to say we've just moved from church,
Yes.
and now we're going to
Brenda, and then,
groove.
yes.
Now this is groove. Talk to me about this song.
No, it's just a nice song as well. Nothing more to it. The vibe and it's just a song.
Yeah.
But then the previous one, I always listen to it early in the morning when I'm driving to wherever I'm going. I always listen to gospel.
That song is more of a prayer for you.
Yes.
Okay.
And I put it on repeat all the time. If ever it ends, I go back. Please, ngithwale God, ngithwale.
Kunzima.
Yes, it's really hard. It's never easy.
Let's take a listen to Ndawana by Shasha, Calvin, Momo, and Skies. Ndawana by Shasha, Kelvin Momo, and Skies right here in 702. It's the choice of Anati Qolo, South African International Rugby Union player. I want to say thank you so much, Anati, for spending your afternoon with us. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. We wish you nothing but the best, and we want you to continue shining. We hope that you feel better over the next few weeks and that
Yes.
you're completely healed.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, thank you so much for spending your time with us. All right.
Thank you.
Spend your afternoon
With Relebogile Mabota.
on 702.
Let's walk the talk.